Session is now called to order. May I request Member of Parliament Ibrahim Ali for the invocation. And please remain standing for the national anthem and the Bangsamoro hymn.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Rabbana la tu'akhidna in nasina wa akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil 'alaina isran kama hamalta 'alal ladzina min qablina. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين يا الله. اللهم أحينا بالإيمان وأمتنا بالإيمان. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان والمبشرين. اللهم ول أمورنا خيارنا ولا تول شرورنا. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب ترضى. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه يا الله. اللهم ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Magiliw, dalas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitindig. Lumalang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng kartay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Simula noon hanggang ngayon, isa ang naging layon. Magkaisa at magpuklod, karitingan ay marugtong. Ngayon tayo mula sa hamon ng nakaraan, niyapos ang panganib na umanlang. Pinangako sa puso at paniniwala, ang ginhawa para sa kabataan. Bangsamoro ay tagumpay, bunga ng pawis, sugo at buhay. Kapayapaan, katarungan, ay ating nang nakamtan. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, pagpalain Bangsamoro. Bangsamoro, Bangsamoro, lagi kang mamahalin. Walang pipigil sa damdamin, mga pangako'y tutuparin. Habang buhay kami sa'yo'y magbabantay, mananatili sa puso't isipan. Ang kahapon humimlay na nagbuwis ng buhay, nasa piling na ng may kapal. Bangsamoro ay tagumpay, bunga ng pawis, sugo at buhay. at inang nakamtan. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, pagpalain Bangsamoro.
Floor Leader. Yes, the Secretariat is directed for the roll call.
Honorable members of the Parliament, Abbas Ahmad, Abbas Harun, Abbas Basit, Abu Mujib, Alami Alaisa, Alauddin Musbir, Ali Ibrahim, Ali Lanang Jr., Ali Idi, Ambulodto Suharto, Aminuddin Abdul Aziz, Ampatuan Baintan, Anayatin Susana, Antaw Muhammad Kili, Arnado Mirian, Asnawidan, Babaw Ali Muntaha, Balindong Pangalian, Kandaw Bay Maliha, Dilanggalin Hasimi, Dumama Albasa Iliha, Ibrahim Ahud, Ismail Suharto, Estino Matarol, Gayak Abdullah, Gera Edward, Haji Abdullah Khalid, Hasim Abdullah, Hasan Hatimil, Iqbal Muhagir, Ismail Rasul, Jajori Raisa, Jakilan Muslimin, Jikiri Al-Bakil, Kahalan Din Martin, Karon Faisal, Lim Jan Anthony, Loong Benjamin, Loong Don Mustafa, Lorena Jose, Makakuha Jamil, Makapaar Abdullah, Makasalong Marjani, Makatanong Amrusi, Maglangit Tarhata, Malik Hamid, Mantawil Bailing, Mastura Isak, Matalam Jaapar Apollo Mikael, Mawalil Amil Bahar, Mendoza Fruilin, Midtimbang Michael, Midtimbang Tawakal, Miswari Abdul Karim, Miswari Norrida, Mitmog Rasul Jr., Muñoz Hussain, Uranon Suaib, Pakasim Ubaida, Pak Abdul Wahab, Pagandaman Nabila Margarita, Parcasio Randolph, Piang Ramon Sr., Ramos Diamila, Salindab Said, Salik Ali, Sangki Ali, Sima Omar Yasir, Sima Romeo, Sheikh Said, Silungan Aida, Sinulinding Kadil Jr., Sulaiman Ali, Tago Paisalin, Tan Nabil, Usman Ajfar, Otto Basir, Oyoyod Siti Fahani, and Jacob Muhammad. Mr. Speaker, 47 members of the Parliament responded to the call. I therefore certify the presence of a quorum.
In view of the certification from the Secretariat, the Chair declares the presence of a quorum. Yes, Floor Leader.
Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon to my fellow members of the Parliament, and especially to our presiding chair, MP, Deputy Speaker, Attorney Paisalin Tago, and of course our Deputy Speakers, Attorney Nabil Tan, and we also have with us Deputy Speaker Hatimil Hassan, and Deputy Speaker Attorney Omar Sema. and all members of the Parliament present this afternoon. Mr. Speaker, before we move to the main agenda, I just want to also remind everyone that we have already distributed your iPads. So we will now begin the gradual transition of our, the implementation of our efficient use of paper rule. So this is, but it will be implemented gradually. So, Mr. Speaker, before we proceed, I would like to propose an amendment in the order of business and to include consideration of PR number 645, a resolution honoring the contribution and services of the late Mr. Moya Ong Yu Eke in the promotion and establishment of socio-economic growth of Cotabato City, recognizing his role as a pillar of civil leadership, his involvement in the peace process, and extending sympathy to his bereaved family. And to also include proposed resolution number 646, resolution urging the Committee on Local Government to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the mass termination of contractual employees of Cotabato City Government. So I so move for the amendment of the order of business, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion for the amendment of the order of business as stated by the floor leader, inserting proposed resolution number 645 and 646 to be part of the order of business for today's session. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, moving on to item number 6, reading and approval of journal of the previous session. So I move to dispense with the reading of journal number 10, dated July 16 and 17, 2024 sessions. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to dispense with the reading of journal number 10 of July 16 and 17, 2024. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
I move to approve journal number 10 of July 16 and 17, 2024, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to approve the journal number 10 of July 16 and 17, 2024. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
Now, we are now under item number 7, recognitions, commendations, memorials, messages, and communications. I move that we recognize MP Jamila D. Ramos, Mr. Speaker.
Member of Parliament Jamila Pindato, Isimban Ramos is recognized. Isimban.
Ako na, ibang pangalan ko. Kuya ko yun, si Pendatun. Si Asek. Anyway, A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Isang magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Mr. Speaker, nais nating magbigay pugay ngayon at magbigay parangal kay Binibining Rayhana Ambangala, isang 28 anyos na Maguindanaoan mula sa Pikit, Cotabato. Nakamit po niya ang ikalawang pwesto sa female recital category ng 64th International Al-Quran Recital and Memorization Assembly na ginanap noong October 12, 2023 sa Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Sa competition ito, may 71 bansang lumahok kung saan 51 ang sumali sa recitation category at 4 naman sa memorization category. Mula sa 13 kalahok ng mga kababaihan, nasungkit ni Binibining Rayhana ang ikalawang pwesto, isang natatanging tagumpay para sa ating mga Bangsamoro. Si Binibining Rayhana ay hindi baguhan sa ganitong uri ng kompetisyon. Noong 2018, nakamit niya ang ikalimang pwesto sa parehong event. Nanalo rin siya sa Quran Reading Contest sa Brunei noong 2015. Ang mga tagumpay na ito ay patunay ng kanyang dedikasyon at patuloy na pagpapaunlad ng kanyang kakayahan sa pagbasa ng banal na Quran. Higit pang kahanga-hanga ang kanyang mga nagawa dahil si Binibining Rayhana ay ina rin sa 2 anak. Bilang isang babaeng Bangsamoro, iniangat niya ang dangal ng ating mga kababaihan at pinatunayan na ang pagiging ina ay hindi hadlang upang makamit ang world-class na talento. Ipinakita rin niya sa buong mundo na kaya rin nating makipagsabayan sa pinakamagaling mula sa iba't ibang bansa. Mr. Speaker, ang tagumpay ni Binibining Rayhana ay bunga ng disiplina at pagpapakita ng malalim na ugnayan ng ating mamamayan sa mga aral ng Islam at ang ating patuloy na pagsisikap na iangat ang ating antas ng ating pananampalataya. Ang kahusayan sa pagbasa ng Quran ay hindi lamang isang teknikal na kasanayan. Ito ay isang anyo ng debosyon at pagpapakumbaba sa harap ng Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mr. Speaker, ang pagkilala natin kay Binibining Rayhana ay naaayon sa ating mandato sa ilalim ng Bangsamoro Organic Law na pahalagahan at isulong ang ating kultura at tradisyon. Ito rin ay magpapakita ng ating suporta sa mga kababaihang Bangsamoro na patuloy na nagpapamalas ng kanilang kakayahan sa iba't ibang larangan. Kaya po, kagaya po ng mga naunang nagwagi sa patimpalak ng pagbabasa ng Quran, inaasahan po natin na si Binibining Rayhana ay makakatanggap rin ng plaque of recognition at token of appreciation ayon sa adopted Resolution number 97 as amended by Resolution number 306. At matatandaan po natin na sila ay nagbigyan din po ng insentibo mula sa opisina ng ating Chief Minister. Mr. Speaker, patuloy po natin kikilalanin ang pagsusumikap, galing at tagumpay ng mga Bangsamoro gaya po ng nakamit ni Binibining Rayhana. Layunin po nating magsilbi itong inspirasyon sa ating mga kabataan, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kababaihan, na abutin ang kanilang mga pangarap habang pinapanatili ang matatag na ugnayan sa ating pananampalataya at kultura. Muli, congratulations to Ms. Rayhana Ambanghala. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Gusto ko hong i-correct na siya po ang Al-Quran Recital and Memorization Assembly ay ginanap noong October 12, 2024, hindi po 2023. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. Floor leader.
Mr. Speaker, moving on, I move that we recognize MP Susana Anayatin for a memorial.
MP Susana Anayatin is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, colleagues, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So the memorial is about the honoring the contribution and services of the late Mr. Moya Ong UAK in the promotion and establishment of socio-economic growth of Cotabato City, recognizing his role as pillar of civic leadership, his involvement in the peace process, and extending sympathy to his bereaved family. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Moya Ong UAK played an instrumental role in supporting the peace process as an economic advisor to the Moro Islamic Liberation Front starting in 1987. His guidance helped inform the MILF leadership on the socio-economic challenges and opportunities within the region. His contributions went beyond more technical advice as he actively promoted stability by fostering economic understanding in the context of peace building, a cornerstone in the peace process that he brought prosperity and development to Cotabato City. As a successful businessman, Mr. UAK established businesses, particularly his hardware venture in Cotabato City, that generated significant tax revenue and created employment for many individuals. His entrepreneurial endeavors were vital in the economic growth of the city, helping provide opportunities for the local population. His commitment to business development in the region highlights the role of private sector engagement in regional prosperity. Mr. UAK was also a man of compassion and generosity. His service transcended religious boundaries as he actively supported vulnerable groups, including the elderly, and took care of the Tuka Intan Mosque. His unselfish efforts toward the welfare of others, regardless of faith, helped build bridges across different communities in Cotabato City, fostering unity and harmony. Mr. UAK's involvement in various civic organizations such as the Rotary Club of Cotabato, where he served as district governor, and his membership in the Grand Lodge of the Freemasons of the Philippines, where he was awarded Outstanding Mason of the Year in Asia, are testaments to his leadership and dedication to public service. His work in these organizations further contributed to the progress of Cotabato City and the Bangsamoro region. As the father of Narciso Co. Eke, a member of the first Bangsamoro Transition Authority Parliament, Mr. UAK was part of a family deeply committed to the service and development of the Bangsamoro region. Given Mr. Moya Ong UAK's unparalleled contributions as a peace advisor, businessman, philanthropist, and civic leader, it is imperative that this honorable parliament not only honor his memory, but also reinforce our commitment to acknowledging individuals who have significantly impacted the socioeconomic growth and peace-building efforts in Cotabato City and the Bangsamoro region. Through this resolution, the Parliament will extend his official gratitude and sympathy to the bereaved family, strengthening a sense of unity and continuity in the pursuit of progress and peace in the Bangsamoro region. Therefore, as a mark of respect for a family whose contributions have played a vital role in shaping the Bangsamoro socioeconomic and political landscape, the adoption of this resolution is hereby earnestly sought. So I thank my colleagues for coming up with this memorial for the late Mr. Moya Ueke. So may I mention my colleagues, Attorney Omar Yasser Sisema, Attorney Soharto M. Ambulodto, and if this is a resolution, should be have lots of co-authors. Am I allowed to read, Mr. Speaker?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So, co-authors were MPs Kadil M. Sinulinding Jr., by Intan A. Ampatuan, Ferlin T. Mendoza, Don Mustafa A. Loong, Said M. Sheikh, Harun M. Abbas, Ahmad I. Abbas, Muslimin A. Jakilan, Hussein P. Munoz, Muhammad S. Jacob, Shuaib L. Oranon, Abdul Wahab M. Pak, Baileng S. Mantawil, Romeo S. Sema, Ramon A. Piang Sr., Ali O. Salik, Shia Ilaya B. Dumama Alba, Nabil Eitan, Paisalin P. Tago, Hatimil E. Hasan, Lanang T. Ali Jr., Eddie M. Ali, Jose I. Lorena, Rasul Y. Mitmog Jr., Naisa M. Alamia, Muhagar M. Iqbal, Abdullah E. Gayak, Rasul E. Ismael, Ubayda C. Pakasim, Muhammad Kelly U. Antaw, Aida M. Silungan, Mujib C. Abu, Ibrahim D. Ali, Ajpar H. Usman, Amil Bahar S. Mawalil, Tawakal B. Midtimbang, Michael E. Mitimbang, and Basir D. Uto. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, Floor Leader.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, moving on to item number 8, reference of business. May I request the Secretary General to read the bills on first reading.
The Secretary General is directed to read Parliamentary Bill number 338, its title and the author and the co-authors.
BTA Parliament Bill number 338 entitled An Act Establishing a Comprehensive Bangsamoro Support Program for Children with Neurodevelopmental Disorder and Other Special Needs and appropriating funds therefore. Author, Member of the Parliament, Suharto Ismail. Co-authors, Members of Parliament, Abdul Wahab Pak, Hatimil Hassan, Ibrahim Ali, Mujib Abu, Michael Midtimbang, Jamila Ramos, Faisal Intago, Baintan Ampatuan, Edi Ali, Abdulaziz Aminuddin, Bay Maliha Kandaw, Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, and Norida Miswari.
BTA Parliament Bill number 339. These are all in first reading. Secretariat, please read.
BTA Parliament Bill number 339 entitled An Act Establishing Microgrid Solar Systems in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao and appropriating funds therefore. Author, Member of Parliament Suharto Ismail. Co-authors, Members of Parliament Abdul Wahab Pak, Hatimil Hassan, Ibrahim Ali, Mujib Abu, Michael Midtimbang, Jamila Ramos, Faisal Intago, Baintan Ampatuan, Edi Ali, Abdulaziz Aminuddin, Bay Maliha Kandaw, Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, and Norida Miswari.
Huli mo lang.
BTA Parliament Bill number 340 entitled An Act Mandating Commercial and Public Establishments within the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region to install a handheld bidet in its restrooms, imposing penalties for violations therefore and for other purposes. Author, Member of Parliament Suharto Ismail. Co-authors, Members of Parliament Abdul Wahab Pak, Hatimil Hassan, Ibrahim Ali, Mujib Abu, Michael Midtimbang, Jamila Ramos, Faisal Intago, Baintan Ampatuan, Edi Ali, Abdulaziz Aminuddin, Bay Maliha Kandaw, Nabila Margarita Pangandaman, and Norida Miswari.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, we are now on item number B, resolutions. May I request the Secretary General to read proposed resolution 639 to include the title and the author thereof.
The Secretariat is directed to read the proposed resolution number 639 together with its titles and the authors or co-authors.
Proposed resolution number 639 entitled Resolution respectfully requesting the Office of the Ministry of Finance and Budget and Management for the creation of a new plantilla position and organizational structure of the Bangsamoro Board of Investments Office of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, authored by Member of Parliament Muhammad S. Yaqub.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Resolution 639 be referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management and the Committee on Trade,
Industry and
Tourism.
There is a motion to refer proposed resolution number 639 to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management and to the Committee of Trade, Industry and Tourism. Duly seconded. There being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
Moving on item number 2, may I request the Secretary General to read the title, author, and co-authors of proposed resolution number 643.
The Secretariat is directed to read proposed resolution number 643 together with the title and its author and co-authors.
Proposed resolution number 643 entitled, "A Resolution Urging the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Regional Darul Ifta, the Office of Settler Communities, and the Bangsamoro Commission for the Preservation of Cultural Heritage to implement collaborative measures in promoting intra- and inter-community dialogue to address religious-based conflicts in BARM," authored by MP Rasul Mitmog Jr. and co-authored by MPs Liza Alamia, Suharto Ambuludto, Baintan Ampatuan, Rasul Ismael, Don Mustafa Loong, and Amil Bahar Mawalil.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Resolution 643 be referred to the Committee on Indigenous Peoples Affairs and the Committee on Bangsamoro Justice System.
Is a motion to refer proposed resolution number 643 to the Indigenous Committee on Indigenous Affairs and to the Committee on the Justice System. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
Moving on to item number 3, may I request the Secretary General to read the title, author, and co-authors of proposed resolution number 644.
The Secretariat is directed to read proposed resolution number 644 together with its title, the authors, and its co-authors.
Proposed resolution number 644 entitled, "A Resolution Requesting the Bangsamoro Parliament to establish an association of former members of Parliament to enhance governance, community engagement, and the preservation of the legislative heritage of the Bangsamoro region," authored by MP Rasul Mitmog Jr., co-authored by MPs Liza Alamia, Suharto Ambuludto, Baintan Ampatuan, Rasul Ismael, Don Mustafa Loong, Amil Bahar Mawalil, Tarhata Maglangit, Ishak Mastura, Jafar Apollo Mikhail Matalam, Ali Montaha Babaw, and Jamila Ramos.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Resolution 644 be referred to the Committee on Rules.
Is a motion to refer proposed resolution number 644 to the Committee on Rules. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
Moving on to the next item, I move that may I request the Secretary General to read the title, author, and co-authors of proposed resolution number 646.
The Secretariat is directed to read the proposed resolution number 646. This is the one that was part of the amendment of the order of business.
Proposed resolution number 646 entitled, "Resolution Urging the Committee on Local Government to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the mass termination of contractual employees of Cotabato City Government," authored by MP Suharto M. Ambuludto, Baintan Ampatuan, Susana Anayatin, and Eddie Ali.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer proposed resolution 646 to the Committee on Local Government.
There is a motion to refer proposed resolution number 646 to the Committee on Local Government. Do I hear si Kan? Wala akong naririnig eh. Yan. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is approved. Mukhang malungkot ka.
Mr. Speaker, we are now on item number 9, bills on second reading. May I request the Secretary General to read on second reading Parliament Bill number 159 to include the title, author, and co-authors thereof.
The Secretariat is directed to read bills on second reading Parliamentary Bill number 159 together with its title, the principal author, and its co-authors.
BTA Parliament Bill number 159 entitled, "An Act to Institutionalize the Use of People's Alternative System in Addressing Disputes or PASAD in the Bangsamoro and to establish the Office for PASAD, providing funds therefore and for other purposes." Authors, MPs Kelly Antaw, Tawakal Timbang, Mujib Abu, Basir Uto, Suaib Oranon, and Eddie Ali. Co-authors, MPs Baileng Mantawil, Jamila Ramos, Abdul Wahab Pak, Abdul Aziz Aminuddin, Den Martin Kahalan, Don Mustafa Loong, Ramon Piang Sr., Adsfar Usman, Michael Timbang, Dan Asnawi, Baymaleha Kandaw, Faisal Karon, Rasul Ismael, Abdullah Hashim, Ibrahim Ali, Haron M. Abbas, Basit Abbas, Said Sheikh, Hashemi Dilanggalan, Susana Nayatin, and Ali Sangki.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable MP Muhammad Kelly Yu Antao for his sponsorship speech.
Member of Parliament Kelly Antao is recognized for his sponsorship message for BTA Parliament Bill number 159.
May we
Yeah,
give him
recognize.
a round of applause, Mr. Speaker?
Yes. Bakit palakpakan pa siya?
Nagkagyan. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Madam Floor Leader. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wa bihi nasta'in. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. The Honorable Chief Minister of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, the Speaker, the Deputy Speakers and the floor leaders, and esteemed ladies and gentlemen of the Bangsamoro Parliament, again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. The advent of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is a stimulating phenomenon where the new Bangsamoro government can expedite the delivery of development services in the region. In the past few years, the Bangsamoro government has been successfully providing a good number of assistance to the constituents, such as but not limited to infrastructure and economic development projects and social services. With this development intervention, noticeably, changes had been felt since the commencement of the new regional government in 2019. Nevertheless, Mr. Speaker, normalization in the Bangsamoro is still affected by intermittent occurrence of violent disputes between and among individuals and groups in conflict-affected areas, which oftentimes bring long-term negative effects. This condition is evidenced particularly in some parts of the special geographic area and the Maguindanao and Lanao provinces. Ordinarily, social displacement, destruction of properties, interruption of economic activities, and worse, loss of lives always revolve in these areas. Concerned with this, Mr. Speaker, this bill on the use of people's alternative system in addressing disputes or PASAD in the Bangsamoro has been laid down as a community-based legal measure to resolve disputes and combat violence in the region through alternative means other than formal judicial system. The concept on which this bill is envisioned, Mr. Speaker, is grounded on our experience in the implementation of our people's alternative system in addressing dispute or PASAD program in the special geographic area, helping respected community leaders to address redo family feuds and make ways for amicable settlement and reconciliation. With an essential number of redo being resolved in some parts of the special geographic area, our PASAD program is found effective mechanism in addressing disputes. How much more when this program is legally institutionalized through the enactment of the PASAD into law by this august body. Mr. Speaker, we are confident that this PASAD bill, once adopted by this august body, will greatly contribute in achieving normalization in the entire region and will be dispensable to the Bangsamoro government's mandate of promoting lasting peace and sustainable justice, inshallah. Hence, we earnestly seek the prayers and support of every honored members of the Bangsamoro Parliament for the passage of this bill. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Pasad.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this be referred to the Committee on Bangsamoro Justice System and CFBM.
There is a motion to refer proposed bill number 159 to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management and to the committee. Yes, ano ba yung sa committee? Yeah, nasabi ko na. Ano yung isa? Yan na. To the Bangsamoro Justice System. There being no objection, the same is approved. 15 minutes break for the prayer. Floor leader, what will be the next agenda for today's session?
Mr. Speaker, moving on to, we are now on item number 2. May I request the Secretary General to read the title and author and co-authors of Parliament Bill number 302. This is a bill on second reading.
The Secretariat is directed to read Parliamentary Bill number 302 is titled the author and the co-authors.
BTA Parliament Bill number 302, entitled An Act Requiring the Accreditation of Hospitals in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region as Ibadah-Friendly Hospital, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. This is authored by MP Suharto Ismail and co-authored by MPs Musver Alauddin, Ahmad Abbas, Romeo Sema, Hatimil Hassan, Harun Abbas, Nabil Tan, Basit Abbas, Ali Salik, Noreda Miswari, Kadil Sinulinding Jr., Eddie Ali, Tawakal Mitimbang, Abdul Karim Miswari, Don Martin Kahalan, Susana Anayatin, Don Mustafa Loong, and Muhammad Kelly Antao.
Mr. Speaker, in the interest of fairness, let us also give a warm round of applause to MP Suharto Ismail for his authorship speech.
Papalakpakan pa rin ba yan?
Okay. Actually, kung hindi mo sinabi, magre-request sana ako na magpapalakpak din eh.
You recognize MP Suharto Ismail.
Okay, thank you very much. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. To our esteemed speaker, Attorney Pangalian Balindong, our floor leader, Attorney Shailaja Dumama Alba, and fellow members of the Honorable Parliament, good afternoon. It is with great pleasure and deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today to introduce BTA Parliament Bill number 302 entitled An Act Requiring the Accreditation of Hospital in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region as Ibadah-Friendly Hospital, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. The term ibadah is an Arabic word, means service or servitude, often translated in Islam as worship. The concept of ibadah-friendly hospital accreditation seeks to ensure that healthcare facility in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region incorporate and uphold Islamic values in their operation, providing services that is not only treat illness, but also respect the support, the spiritual and religious needs of Muslim patients. With the passage of this bill, we will align the healthcare services in our region with Islamic worldview on health and wellness, thereby supporting the moral governance framework advocated by the leadership of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. This bill serves multiple purposes. First, the spiritual and worldly success. It encourages the Bangsamoro people to strive for success not only in this world, but also in the hereafter, by seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every aspect of life, including healthcare. Second, holistic care. This bill provides a comprehensive and Islamic approach to patients' care, addressing not just physical needs, but also mental, psychological, and spiritual well-being of patients. It encourages health providers to integrate Islamic values into their practice, which will have a profound impact on the quality of care. Opportunities for Islamic scholars. This measure will open doors for learned men and women in Islam, our stajas and ustajas, to serve healthcare institutions, ensuring that Islamic guidance is present in this critical environment. Mr. Speaker, the principle of Rahmatan lil Alamin, mercy to all creature, taught by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, encourages Muslims to engage with people and the world around us with compassion. This bill reflects this principle, negating any misconception that Islam promotes exclusivity. On the contrary, It emphasizes that healthcare, like all acts of services, must be inclusive, compassionate, and grounded in the ethics of our faith. For Muslim healthcare workers, this bill emphasizes that their duty should be seen as an act of ibadah, worship, and amal, good deeds, performed with the pure intention of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By doing so, healthcare professional, patient, and their family will be able to draw closer to Allah, even in their most challenging time. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the Bangsamoro Organic Law 11054, Article 9, Section 4, specifically mandate the recognition, protection, and guarantee of the custom, belief, and tradition of the Bangsamoro people. It compels this parliament to ensure that the distinct religious practice of our people are respected in every sector of governance, including healthcare. The provision clearly states that no person shall be subjected to any form of discrimination based on religion, creed, or ethnic origin. This bill is in harmony with this principle, ensuring that our healthcare system is not only legally compliant but morally sound. Mr. Speaker, esteemed colleagues, this bill is not just about establishing physical spaces for worship or providing religious services. It represents greater vision for our healthcare system. One that sees medicine, that healthcare as act of worship, grounded in the principle of Islam. It ensures that healthcare workers have the opportunity to practice their profession in a way that is consistent with their faith, while offering patients the spiritual support they need during some of the most challenging moments of their lives. I would like to conclude with a powerful testimony from Bangsamoro nurse. When asked if he considered his effort to be in vain when faced with patients who had no chance of survival, and he said, "It is true that we pray for the early recovery of our patients and send them home to their families cured. But in cases of patients who shows no possibility of surviving their illness, we give them the best care they rightfully deserve, focusing on spiritual needs with the goal of ensuring that our patient will live this life with dignity. In the most critical time of their life, we are their family." Mr. Speaker, honorable member of the Parliament, I humbly seek your support for immediate approval of BTA Parliament Bill number 302, so we may continue to build a healthcare system that is inclusive, compassionate, and faithful to the teaching of Islam. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Parliament Bill number 302 be referred to the Committee on Health and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management.
There is a motion to refer Parliament Bill number 302 to the Committee on Finance, Budget and Management and to the Committee on Health. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is approved.
Moving on to item number 10, resolutions referred to the committee. We are now on the final agenda in the order of business. May we recognize the chair of the Committee on Public Works, Chair Minister Hussein P. Munoz, to deliver the committee report number 52 on proposed resolution 266 entitled Resolution Directing the Ministry of Public Works, the Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, and all other concerned ministries, agencies in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao to facilitate the preparation and submission of the provincial and municipal priority development projects for national government funding. This is authored by MP Engineer by Intan A. Ampatuan.
Yes, the chair of the Committee on Public Works is recognized, Minister Hussein Munoz.
Mr. Speaker, due to insistent demand, let us all give our the chair of the CPW a round of applause.
Also dito ang palakpak.
Alhamdulillah.
You want to congratulate, sir.
Thank you. Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. My courtesy and respect to the Honorable Speaker, Attorney Pangalian Balindong, the Deputy Speakers, Floor Leader, fellow honorable members of the Parliament, and to everyone. First of all, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, as we noticed that this committee report supposedly was reported right after it was filed and received by the office of the floor leader. On August 23, it was included in our OB during the plenary session and it was postponed again and again. Unfortunately, due to conflict of schedules and other important agenda last year that we need to fast track, hindi po ito natin na-report. Also, other postponement was because of my personal health status last year and these few months ago, nag-undergo po tayo ng medication. However, Mr. Speaker, it is my honor to report sponsor on the floor committee report number 52. The Committee on Public Works, CPW, to which was referred BTA Proposed Resolution number 266, introduced by MP Engineer Bainta ng Patuan, with co-authors MP Amel Bahar Mawalil, MP Atty. Liza Alamia, MP Atty. Ambuludto, MP Don Mustafa Long, MP Rasol Mitmug, MP Rasol Ismail, resolution directing the Ministry of Public Works and the Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, BPDA, to facilitate the preparation and submission of the provincial and municipal priority development projects for national government funding, has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the plenary with the recommendation that it be approved with the amendment and following reasons. Number 1 on page 1, title of Parliamentary Resolution number 266, insert the phrase and all other concerned ministries, agencies in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao BARM. Reasons for strongly endorsing this passage of the resolution. To facilitate the preparation of the resolution and subdivision of provincial and municipal priority development projects for the national government. Funding aligns with the principle of decentralization and participatory governance. The resolution promotes grassroots participation and accountability, leading to more effective and sustainable development outcomes. Number 2, such a directive is crucial for inclusive development, particularly in the context of the BARM, the diverse and unique challenges faced by the Bangsamoro people for tailored development interventions that address the region's specific socioeconomic and infrastructure requirements, enabling the MPW and the BPDA to assist in the preparation and submission of the project's proposal will ensure that the development agenda reflects the needs and aspirations of the local communities. This resolution also underscores that the BARM is not disregarding the upkeep of national roads and highways, including the existence of alternative funding resources. Mr. Speaker, upon deliberation, the committee found the propriety and necessity of the referred resolution. Hence, we are honored to respectfully recommends the approval of the referred proposed resolution with amendment that reads: Resolution directing the Ministry of Public Works, CPW, the Bangsamoro Planning and Development Authority, BPDA, and all other concerned ministries and agencies, and the BARM Autonomous Region of Mindanao, to facilitate the preparation and submission to the provincial and municipal priority development projects for national government funding. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move that we adopt committee report number 52 for deliberation.
There is a motion to adopt committee report number 52 for adoption. Duly seconded. There being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
I move to open the period of interpellation, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to open the period of interpellation and debate. Duly seconded. There being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
And I move that we recognize the Honorable Deputy Floor Leader, Attorney Jose Lorena.
Deputy Floor Leader O.C. Lorena is recognized for the interpellation.
Hello. Hello. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Floor Leader. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh to all of us and to our friends in the gallery. I am supportive of this resolution, but if the committee chair is willing and open to some clarificatory question, I have some questions to raise.
Well, we are willing, and I request the author of the resolution, MP Paintan.
Thank you. So I will now address the question to the proponent of this resolution. From the committee report and from your understanding, how many from 2020 to the present have we submitted programs from the various provinces in terms of construction and maintenance of highways? How many programs and projects were submitted by the BARM to the national government? If you know.
Either the chair or the proponent of the measure can may answer the inquiry or the questions, clarification coming from
Well,
the deputy
we
floor
respect the
leader.
author to respond. Yes.
The author is recognized to answer the query.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Floor Leader, for that very timely question. I've been expecting that it will be asked. If you try to look at the resolution, and based on the narration of the chair, the resolution has been filed last year pa, Mr. Speaker. But as to the question of magkano yung nasubmit ng mga national line ng mga agencies ng BARM, based on the meeting of the committee, there was an invitation to the BPDA, if I could recall it right. And I don't think we have a concrete consolidation of the proposals of the line agencies, in that case, the ministries and officers that are concerned for the national funding. I don't think that we have submitted. So yung ibig sabihin lang nito, Mr. Speaker, mga sobra 5 taon tayong nalugi. Kung nagnegosyo tayo, nalugi tayo 5 taon, hindi natin nakuha yung sinabi ng batas. Sinabi mismo ng BOL na mag-submit yung Bangsamoro government in the next 5 years and 5 years thereafter, ang sabi ng batas. So it's a lost opportunity, but again, this resolution calls for that because we still have the opportunity to get that funding coming from the national agencies. Hindi lang ito DPWH, kaya kasi ang sinabi ng batas, Section 37, Article 13 of the BOL provides that the national government shall fund and implement the construction and maintenance of national roads, bridges,
Airport.
water supply and services, and flood control and irrigation systems, and for the maintenance of existing airports, seaports, and wharves in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. Kapansin-pansin po natin, Mr. Speaker, kung tayo po ay nagtatravel, yung pong nakakapanghina po yung mga ating mga kalsada, national highways. At nung tinamaan tayo ng paeng, hanggang ngayon hindi pa po na-rehabilitate yung mga bridges. Napakasakit po yung situation natin. I think there should be a concrete plan that would really come from the Bangsamoro government, and it should be properly discussed in the government infrastructure body that is tasked to look at these problems, Mr. Speaker. Pero sa ngayon, Mr. Speaker, yun po, lost opportunity, but nonetheless, we can still push for it, and sana naman, no, makakuha tayo. I don't know for MPW, yung MRTC, yung airport ata ay prior pa yan sa BARM. Pero hanggang ngayon hindi pa natatapos. Isa sa mga problema natin kasi wala tayong concrete na plan na nandoon yung iba't ibang agencies concerned, MPW, ano to sinabi dito, roads and bridges, water supply, flood control, irrigation, maintenance of existing airports and seaports and wharves. Ito po ay obligasyon ng national government na kailangan nating kunin. Yun po, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, before the plan leader may reply for that statement, for the information on the part of the MOTC, last year pa nag-submit na ako through the IGRB regarding programs for the airport and seaports. That's why yun ang pinapalo up namin na masama sa priority programs ng national government yung airports and seaports on the part of the MOTC.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So we have slept on our rights. Am I correct to say that for 5 years?
Yung di natin kasi as a parliament, di natin nakita yung kabuuan nung kung ano man yung ginawa natin patungkol dito sa right natin na ito. It's good for MOTC that they have submitted, but we don't know the real score of what's happening with regards to these rights that we have.
So if I may assume, the Governor Ramos Highway connecting Maguindanao to part of Lanao, the condition of the road is partly because of our failure to submit proposal for the maintenance or construction of the highways. Am I correct?
Sinabi dito, Mr. Speaker, ay yung national roads and bridges ay obligasyon ng national government. Kung hindi natin na-submit, dapat kasama na sa program ng DPWH. Pero hanggang sa, I think we don't see a very comprehensive development with regards to the national highways. Parang putol-putol yung development ng yung improvement, rehabilitation. Mayroon diyang portion sa parang banda na medyo maganda na yung iba, pero yung iba parang ayaw mo nang ipatakbo yung sasakyan mo. So, kumbaga yung pag-program nito ay hati-hati. Wala siyang parang ito 1 kilometer road, phase 1, phase 2, matatapos natin. Yung ating counterpart sa ibang regions, no? Region 12 for example, kung papunta tayo na ang Davao, dito papunta tayo ng Davao or Jensan, kahit gabi, hindi ka matatakot na dumaan sa kalsada kasi may ilaw. At saka napakalawak nung kasi may expansion, ilang lanes na sila, 6 lanes. Sa atin, 2 lanes pa rin. So wala pang shoulder. So napakasakit yung situation natin, and we hope that with the recent development, sana ma-fast track na itong mga rehabilitation ng ating mga roads.
Thank you. Now, the national budget has just been approved by Congress. And would you believe that despite this resolution, we can still add some funds for the rehabilitation of our highways, bridges, and roads, considering that it may not have been considered already in the national budget of the National Highway and other agencies because their proposed budget are already approved by the Congress of the Philippines?
Palagay ko, Mr. Speaker, kung ang pag-uusapan natin ay next year, too late na ito. Pero walang late kung mag-prepare tayo kasi continuing naman itong proseso natin. Ang pinaka-importante lang dito ay malinaw yung plano natin. Very comprehensive. Lahat ng mga ahensya ay may kabuuan na direksyon. Kung in the next 5 to 10 years, ito yung magiging development patungkol sa ating mga roads and bridges as well as other infrastructure. Dapat siguro ganun yung direction natin. Nang sa ganun, sabay yung development na ginagawa ng Bangsamoro government sa ating mga small roads and bridges doon sa national roads and bridges. Yung hindi natin mapapondoan sa MPW ay sakop pa rin ng obligasyon ng national government sa Bangsamoro provided na mag-submit tayo. So yung hindi natin may pasok sa Appropriations Act natin ay ilagay natin doon sa proposal natin sa national government.
Thank you, Madam Proponent. I go to another area. This is on particularly in Section 1 of Article 14 of the Public Act 1104, 054, which requires the BARM to submit a program for rehabilitation of conflict-affected areas, particularly for MLF communities, and IDPs. From your understanding, was there also a request made by the BARM to the national government for purposes of the rehabilitation of these conflict-affected areas?
Mr. Speaker, I'm afraid that that is not covered by my resolution. And during the deliberation of our Special Development Fund, it was clear to us that Section 1, Article 14 of the BOL is also an obligation of the national government as explained to us by MP Attorney Raisa Jury. And Section 2, which talks about the SDF, applies to the BARM. I don't know exactly what is the interpretation of the other members of the parliament, but for Section 1, I believe that it should be an initiative of both the government, national government and the Bangsamoro government. That's my personal interpretation on this. But right now, what we know is that we have nationally funded programs and projects for our conflict-affected areas. One typical example is the Pamana project being implemented in the camps and outside the camps. So these are the Pamana project is one of the interventions that applies Section 1, Article 14 of the BOL. And I think there are other agencies right now that are working with the national government, like the MAPAR. MAPAR has been receiving resources coming from the National Department of Agriculture for support to our farmers. I don't know with the other agencies, but as far as this resolution is concerned, it is very specific on the Section 37 and Article 13 of the BOL.
Thank you. But my understanding of Section 1, Article 14, is that the initiative, the preparation of the plan for the rehabilitation of conflict-affected areas must come from the BARM. independent of the initiative of the national government and other agencies of the national government. Do I assume that we have not submitted any proposed rehabilitation plan from the BARM?
Based on my understanding, Mr. Speaker, and my recollection with what we have done here so far, the BPDA has presented the Bangsamoro Development Plan to this August body. As to the other plans, I don't know if that exists, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Having said that the resolution does not include Section 1 of Article 14, because this pertains only Section 37, if I understood it right, would you be amenable to amend this resolution in order to include the submission by the BPDA of a rehabilitation plan for MNLF and MLF communities, including IDPs, in this resolution?
That is possible, Mr. Speaker. However, I'm afraid that the Article 14 has more bearing on normalization. I would rather treat this one as a separate initiative, and Section 1, Article 14 as another initiative.
So that being the case, you are of the view that it's better to have two resolutions?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's all for my clarification. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Floor Leader Rosie Lorena. Any other interpellators?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize MP Babaw.
The Reidman. Another applause?
No.
For the Reidman?
No, I think it's no longer needed.
MP Babaw is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, for the record, I'm a member of the committee. So I would like to, the Committee on Public Works. Now, I would like to ask whether if I will be, as a member of the committee, will I be allowed to ask some clarificatory questions?
Did you send the committee report?
No. When it was deliberated, I was absent.
And so your rights have been forfeited.
She's right.
Yes.
I'm now appealing to the speaker and my colleague that I be allowed to
yes.
ask all these questions.
Yeah, you can propound one or two questions.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, hindi man din ata siya member.
Di ba?
Hindi mo alam.
So you can ask questions.
You can ask question. You
ask questions. You are not a member nata.
You are not a member.
Whether I am a member or not, but the deciding officer allowed me to ask questions. And thank you very much for that.
Yes, you are recognized, sir.
I will just, it was made mention by the proponent about this responsibility on maintaining roads and other projects within the area of BARM. So it was clear that because before that, Mr. Speaker, I noticed and I would like to inform my colleagues that whenever you travel within the BARM area, pagkagaling mo sa Iligan, papasok ka sa Welcome to BARM area, makikita mo ngayon ang difference ng road from Iligan to Marawi. See? Dito naman sa kabila, ganun din eh. From the other side of the BARM, makikita mo, pagpasok mo, yung kalsada, compared to the road going to Davao, Marvel, and Jinsan, if you're running at a speed of 80, you will be forced now to run at a speed of 40 kasi baka biglang bumagga ka sa sama ng kalsada. So, my question, Mr. Speaker, is about responsibility. One, by passing Republic Act 11054, does it means that the responsibility of the national government in maintaining projects for the interest of our people has been abandoned? Because I was listening. 5 years. Hindi nila ginagampanan yung kanilang responsibility dahil sinabi nila, binigyan na namin kayo ng BARM. So maski na ano pang mangyari, maging masira yung mga kalsada nyo, yung mga airports niyo. Because I remember during the incumbency of President Duterte, when he visited Malabang, he even declared that he is allocating 2 billion pesos for the improvement and construction of the Malabang Airport and another 2 billion for the seaport. Pero hanggang salita lang yun. Dahil sabi nila, ang iba, binigyan na namin kayo ng BARM eh. But this is an issue of responsibility. We should speak loud and inform the national government to fulfill their commitment. Because maintaining our roads, our airports, and other infra, which is under their responsibility, wag nilang pababayaan. Sasabi nga, meron kayong farming. Hindi naman siguro, for the sake of justice, fairness, hindi naman tama na pinababayaan tayo rito sa farm kasi meron na tayong farm. Mayroon na tayong 110 billion budget, which is only about 5% of the national tax collection of the national government. So, nakakalungkot isipin, Mr. Speaker, na despite the fact that we have been informing the intergovernmental agency about this failure of the national government of neglecting, I am using the word neglect or even abandoning the responsibility to the BAM because there is BAM, hindi tama. Hindi tama ito, Mr. Speaker. So, hindi lang po, ang tanong ko ho, which is more important to me, is that we must come up with a very strong worded resolution to force the national government to fulfill their commitment to projects under the responsibility.
I challenge the gentleman to draft a resolution on this authorship other than this resolution.
Separate resolution.
Yes, Mr.
No, I would like to propose to incorporate my proposal in this resolution for us not to another deliberation, preparation. Madali lang naman ilagay dito yan kung papayag ang proponent.
I think the subject of the resolution is internal to us. It doesn't
Magiging two subjects.
magiging two subject kung in-urge mo rin yung national government to do their part. What we are asking here is we do our share so that there will be an agenda that will be discussed in the Intergovernmental Infrastructure Board.
Because Mr. Speaker, before I end my statements, this is a gross and blatant violation of Section 1, Article 14 of Republic Act 11054. Because under that section, under that article, the national government is obliged to fund projects like national roads, hospital, airports. But because of BAM, I don't know why they are not fulfilling that commitment. And then, Mr. Speaker, this should reach the attention of the intergovernment. I know, per statement of Madam Baintan, nakakarating to sa kanila, but in deep ears, they do not care. May BARM na kayo. So I think maybe we will think of drafting a strong worded resolution to force the national government to come up to fulfill their commitment pursuant to Section 1, Article 14 of Republic Act 11054. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, thank you very much. If I may suggest, ito wala akong gusto tayong patamaan. I think this should be addressed to the Congress, to our representatives, because the Congress have the power of the force. Actually, sa Congress yan. Kaya nagtataka tayo, bakit magkaiba ang allotment ng congressman ng Lanao Norte at saka Lanao del Sur? Bakit maganda ang daan ng Lanao Norte at saka Lanao del Sur? It's a matter of representation in the Congress. So, yun. The resolution can be challenged also to our Congress. Whoever that be, kung sino man, kung sinong congressman natin, it should be addressed to it. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there being no other interpellator, I move to terminate the period of interpellation.
There is a motion to terminate the period of interpellation. Duly seconded, there being no objection, this is approved.
I move to open the period of amendment.
Is the motion to open the period of amendment, there being no amendment. I will move for the termination of the period of separate resolution yung sa kanya.
So I move to dispense with the period of amendment.
Yes, there is a motion to dispense the period of amendment since there is no one to amend. Duly seconded, this is approved.
I move to
Mamaya ka na. Magsalita eh.
with the
Pasok
manifestation.
lang. It's not a reconsideration. Hindi ko sana muli dipok-tok ni Gabriel.
It's before approval.
Yes, yeah, yes. Manifestation.
I earlier mentioned that I want to be associated with this resolution, but
Yes.
there are others who wants to be associated.
Of course, all the members present to be associated with it.
Those present should be made member of this resolution. Thank you.
So with that manifestation, which I'm moving by way of amendment, I move that all members of the parliament present in today's session be included as authors of this resolution. So I move to approve committee report number 52 and parliament bill number, I'm sorry, committee report number 52
266.
and,
266. Parliament,
and
resolution number
266 as amended.
there is a motion to approve proposed resolution number 266 as amended. Duly seconded, there being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
There being no other agenda in the order of business, I move to adjourn until Monday, October 21 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
There is a motion to adjourn until Monday, October 21 at 1 p.m.
Mr. Speaker, just to all